This is Absolute's Navetta 53, and it's a very Absolute Navetta looking boat with its big hull windows here in the bow. We've got the upright windscreen. This is a kind of, it's like a sort of slightly sophisticated trawler yacht style, I think is the best way to describe it, but very much about comfortable living, about gentle cruising, about having a great time on board. So I'm going to take you on board of this one and give you the full tour. And we're going to start, as ever, right back here at the bathing platform. So the platform is a lowering platform. You can put a tender onto there. We've also got access here to a little overflow cabin, crew cabin maybe, although it's probably much more of an owner-operator size of boat, this one. Engine access is there as well, so we'll do that. But I'm going to take you inside first of all. Now this is very Navetta, the way that they've done this, with these seats facing across and the folding table. And what that means is when you're sat here dining, you got the views out rather than facing into the boat. That's quite a nice idea, that. Some nice lighting up in the headlining here. We've also got lights around the side as well, which is nice. There's a stern docking station here, so again it goes back to that owner-operator vibe. You can be here. It's a IPS boat, so you've got joystick control, bow thruster control. That's all available to you just there. But this then is the inside, and again very Absolute, and in fact it's light colours, very muted, very nicely done. Galley aft layout, as you've no doubt figured out for yourself. We've got the fridge and the freezer here. This is interesting, these little chaps here are to keep pans on here, because it's the sort of boat you might do some low speed cruising with, be out for quite a few hours, and you might want to cook on passage, so that's stopping your pans from sliding around. Oven is down here, and then this is just things like a dishwasher, for example. We've got storage going back down underneath there. The usual kind of galley stuff is up here as well. There we go. Very good. And then behind me, a couple of things over here. Big switch panel over here. So this is all of your, I can figure out how to, oh there, of course it's on that side. Obvious when you know. This is giving us access to all the 24 volt systems here. So all the circuit breakers for those, and then your AC, so 230 volt stuff is up on the top section here. All nice and get-atable. And then over here, these are just massive drawers over here for a bit of storage like this. And then there's a couple of steps up, and that brings us up to this saloon area or dining area. We've got the high-low table, so you can adjust the height of that. It also folds. You can see here these little chaps, because it's hinged, and that will fold up. So if you're using that just as like a little lounge area, you don't have to have the table at the full size. If you're dining, well then of course you can do. There's a TV that rises out of here, and then we can come right on round, and we've got the helm position up here. Now again, very much your sort of owner-operator vibe, in that it's got the door right next to the helm. If you're short-handed, that makes life a lot easier. Multifunction displays here, Garmin screens, and in fact you can obviously then configure these for navigation or whatever you want to have on here. Thusly, there we go. But you've also got the operating system here as well. This is taking into all the systems for the boat, so we can look at things like the bilges here, levels, all that kind of stuff. That's all displayed on there. What else can I show you? Well, the lower deck obviously would be the next thing to have a look at. That's down here. A little bit of storage and a duster, always useful. Very good. This is what I mean when we were looking on the outside about this upright screen. It gives it a kind of trawler yacht vibe, doesn't it? But also it gives great visibility. When you're here at the helm, you're right up towards the front of the boat. That's excellent. Let's head on down. So what we've got down here is a 3-cabin layout with the VIP guest cabin up here in the bow. And again, very much an Absolute thing to offset the bed, and that makes this into quite a square room. Obviously it is, because it's the bow, it's shaped in like that. But by putting the bed there, of course, it means you've got the really nice walk around. That works well. And these, of course, the big windows that we saw from the outside. Now in here we have got big wardrobes, storage down by the bed, and an ensuite just here. Now this is actually the day heads as well, so that's why there's another door there, but a nice size Got the sink and the loo, of course, and then the shower is separate, tucked away in there. Some nice finishes in here as well. This looks nice. Fantastic. So that is shared. There's a pocket door here, so that closes off thusly, and that's shared with cabin 3, and that's over on this side. So we've got 2 side-by-side single beds in here. Again, of course, things like the wardrobe is tucked away in behind here. Opening portholes. I like the portholes, actually. That's that's a little ship thing, isn't it? That's great. So that is that one, and then we can sweep on round a bit further. They do love their pocket doors. Look at, there's another one here. Because, of course, when they're open, they pretty much disappear from sight, rather than sort of being, you know, kind of, if you opened it this way, you'd be perhaps sort of in the way a little bit as you came in. That's nice. In here is a great big cupboard, and I'm going to suggest that's probably big enough to get a washing machine in. There isn't one there, but I reckon that's probably the idea of that. And then check this out for an owner's cabin. This is lovely, isn't it? Look at the size of this. Again, the big hull windows. You get a lot of light and view wherever you are on this boat. Love this little dressing area. Love the fact my shirt's not tucked in properly. I'm down in Cannes, and I've got a jumper on. I was not expecting this. Got my shorts on, got a jumper on. It's all gone wrong. What a look, eh? That is an Englishman abroad, isn't it? Anyway, a little vanity unit just down here. And then this is all storage along here. Won't open it all, but you get a flavour. That's a nice cabin, isn't it? The wardrobe is over here, like so. And then ensuite to this cabin, which is just for this cabin. Again, with a pocket door that slides out of here. Very nice. Stylish, isn't it? It is stylish. Excellent. I think that's pretty much covered the interior. Let's go and have a wander around the outside. Also want to show you that little area at the back, the overflow area. There's a wine cooler under there, that's nice. We've got a Flybridge as well to have a look at. Scattering people as we go. Let's do the Flybridge next, I think. So we'll head up here. Got the hard top on this one, plenty of shade, don't need it today, unfortunately. And this is the Flybridge. Let's come right to the back first of all. So they've left this open here, so if you wanted to put bean bags here, or sunbeds here, or sun loungers, or whatever you want, you've got that space to do it with. That's for a life raft, tucked away down underneath there, and there's storage then in through there, quite handy for cupboards and that kind of stuff. And there's an awning that comes out the back of here as well. Big outside dining area, and then this one is your grill and your sink, and in here ice maker, and that one is the fridge. These are quite good. What you can do with these is they are pop in, pop out ones, but when they're popped out, it's still latched, but then you turn it to open it, so you can just do that with it, which is rather nice. And then when you're not using it, pop it back away again. It's a good idea, that. And then upper helm is here. This is really nice because you've got a lot of space for people to join you at the helm. Again, I keep saying it, but it's back to that owner-operator vibe, because you want to have your friends and your family around with you when you're driving the boat, and this allows you to do that. And of course you're right in the centre here, and the view from here, because you're well forward, is like this. That's excellent, isn't it? We've got the multifunction displays again. This one's showing the camera system, this one's showing navigation on this side. IPS controller, engine controls, bow thruster, usual kind of stuff. Look at this, I've come down to the south of France for a bit of good weather. I brought the British weather with me, haven't I? Oh dear. Never mind, it's not going to stop us. Let's press on. At least it's not raining. I probably shouldn't tempt fate, should I? This closes over, so you can have that down flush if you want to. And let's go and take a turn around the decks. So I think we'll go this way first of all and head down here. Look at the way they've cut away the bulwarks here, and the reason for that is to give you a better view from the inside. So you're not looking at the inside of these, you're looking out across the water, which of course is what you want to be doing. Look at this overhang here as well. Again, very sort of trawly vibe to it, isn't there? Let's come right on up. And they've made a good use of this space, because what you've got here, of course, as you can see, is seating here and here around this table, which folds, but also you can see how this is on a hinge or a cantilever here, so that can drop back this way, turn that into a big sunbathing area. That's very good. And these are these lovely pop-up lights that you can get now. So these you can fold away, and they go off like that, and they pop back on when you bring them back up. Fantastic. And we have an ultra anchor on the bow. Lovely. That's this nice bit of kit, isn't it? Fantastic. Let's spin on round, and that's how she looks from here. Okay, let's press on a bit further. Try to get blown over by the wind. And then we'll head on back and I'll show you that little overflow cabin at the back. Okay, so what we're going to do now is head down onto the bathing platform, and then this one opens like so, and there are catches down underneath here somewhere. Hang on, here we go. Let's see how that works. There we are. That we can then lift, and in we go. Now, people might refer to this as a crew cabin. It's not really. As I say, it's a spare space for somebody. It's an unruly teenager den, and of course, it's a cabin for your daughter's boyfriend. You knew that was coming, didn't you? So yeah, it is only a 53-foot boat. If you want serious crew cabin type things, you need to move yourself a bit further up the range, but this is a perfectly good little overflow, as I say. Very good. And the other thing we've got here is access to the engines. Those are in here. And if we turn that to O, it will open. And in we go. I mentioned this was IPS drive. These are the D6 IPS 650s. So these are a nice round 509 horsepower each, and actually giving this boat up to about 25 knots, but she'll cruise anywhere between 14 and 21, and at high speeds you're looking at about 250 miles of range. As ever, drop the speed right back, you'll get an awful lot further. And this is the kind of boat you might want to choose to run at very low speed, you know, just cruise along at about sort of 8-10 knots, something like that. It's got that sort of vibe to it, hasn't it? Fuel tanks are up here, batteries racked along here, and I think underneath that canopy is a gyro stabilizer. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go, there's a Seakeeper there. Very good. Fuel filters on the tanks. And the engines themselves. And you can see how they're connected to the IPS pods at the back here. There we go. That's all fairly simple and straightforward, isn't it? And that is another route into here, because if you wanted to get in here when you're out at sea, you want to go down to the bathing platform, then of course that gives you access straight from the cockpit straight into here. Also gives you another route out, of course, if you're already in here. Superb. Okay, let us reverse out of here. Close that one over. And we will rotate and step up. And there we go. That, my friends, is about the size of that. That's the Absolute Navetta 53. Massive thanks to Absolute for organising that tour, and of course, huge thanks to you guys for watching it. Let me know what you think of that one, and we'll catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.